Let's call them Sarah and Mark. The promise was simple math. If one income could support a family, two should mean double the security, wealth, and comfort. Instead, the opposite happened. Warren's research found that two-income families became more vulnerable to financial catastrophe, not less. To understand why, we need to rewind to 1970. Back then, the typical middle-class family had one breadwinner and one stay-at-home parent. That single income could afford a median-priced home, consuming about 25% of income, cover basic needs, and still leave room for savings. Critically, they had a backup plan. If the primary earner stumbled, the at-home partner could enter the workforce. That potential second income was an insurance policy, a cushion of resilience. Fast forward to today. The two-income household is the norm, the emergency plan activated by default. Adjusted for inflation, median household income is higher now. But the fixed costs of a middle-class life haven't just risen, they've exploded precisely because everyone has two incomes. Housing. The median home price has doubled relative to inflation since 1970. Why? When families began competing for homes with two incomes, prices were bid up. Needing two incomes to buy a house became a self-fulfilling prophecy. Childcare. A negligible expense in the single-income era. It now costs over $11,000 per year per child, on average. In many areas, it's a second mortgage. Education and healthcare. College costs have skyrocketed and household healthcare spending is up over 600%. The second income didn't create wealth. It got entirely absorbed by these new baseline costs. But the trap snaps shut with the loss of flexibility. The 1970s family had a backup. Today's dual-income family has already spent theirs. Both paychecks are fully committed to a lifestyle size 4-2. If one job is lost, the financial structure can't withstand the shock. There is no margin for error. The illusion of the second paycheck. You might think you're immune, but let's trace where that second income really goes. Take a $50,000 salary. Taxes. It's taxed at a higher marginal rate. Take-home shrinks to $35,000. Childcare. For one child, deduct the average of $15,000, down to $20,000. The second commute, gas, maintenance, maybe a second car payment easily. $8,000, down to $12,000. The exhaustion tax. No time to cook, clean, or maintain means more spending on convenience. Takeout, cleaning services, etc. Deduct another $7,000. That $50,000 salary now nets about $5,000 for the year, less than $100 a week. For many, especially with multiple kids, the math turns negative. Yet, seeing that six-figure gross income, families and banks make decisions, big mortgages, car loans that lock in the permanent need for both incomes, they've traded their safety net for a higher baseline. The way out, the one-income foundation. The solution isn't necessarily for one partner to quit. It's a radical shift in mindset. Build your fixed-cost life as if you only had one income. This is the one-income foundation strategy. It means taking a mortgage that can be comfortably serviced by the law of the two incomes, limiting debt, especially car payments, choosing a neighborhood for affordability over prestige, resisting the social pressure to upgrade your lifestyle with every raise. The second income then becomes purely discretionary fuel for wealth building. It floods into emergency funds, retirement accounts, and investments. You are not just spending margins. You are buying back optionality within 5 to 10 years. Compounding begins to work, and you achieve the genuine security you were promised. You gain the freedom to make choices, to change careers, care for family, or simply breathe without the whole structure collapsing. The two-income trap isn't about income. It's about flexibility. Our grandparents, with their single income, had a buffer against life's shocks. We traded that buffer for bigger houses and the appearance of prosperity. The families who thrive today aren't necessarily those who earn the most, but those who fiercely protect their margin. They understand. You can earn your way out of a trap if every dollar you earn is already spent on the cage itself. Now that you see the trap, the question remains, what will you do to build your way out?